It's Boss Talk where stories unfold. From the hustle to the power of gold. We talk dreams, we talk big plans. Light it up with your own hands.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Deanna Diaz, aka the $1 Million Sis, and still your business bestie. And today is another wonderful episode of Boss Talk. We are getting right back into it like we never left. But today, which is, the reason why we're here because of Miss Chelcy. And I am a little biased. I be a little biased about my guests sometimes because I be knowing them and then I be loving them and whatnot. So that's that. So today's guest is the definition of resilience wrapped in purpose, power, and a whole lot of hustle. She went from athlete to health enthusiast to a woman who took life's plot twists and turned them into platforms. Miss Chelcy is not just building a brand, she's building a community through movement. After pivoting from a sports physical therapy career due to life and family adversities, she didn't stop. She reinvented herself. Now she's leveraging her love for fitness, wellness, creativity, and connection to unite people from all walks of life through multifaceted lens. With class, private training, networking experience, and high energy boot camps on the way, and some of them are here, Chelcy is stepping fully into this new chapter and making sure her community grows right along with her. Her mission, unity, growth, and development. Her impact, already in motion. Her story, a whole testimony or on perseverance and purpose. So on this episode of Boss Talk, we're diving into the mindset, the grind, and the glow up of the powerhouse herself, Miss Chelcy. Let's get into it.
That was fire. Thank you.
I'm glad you
special.
are special.
Thank you.
I know about you, and I don't want to talk about it. That's what you're here for. So go ahead and give the people a little bit about who Chelcy is, how to properly pronounce your last name,
right?
All that good stuff.
Okay, so my name is Chelcy Douthett.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not French. It's Dutch.
Not?
No, it's Dutch. Yeah, and there's a whole story behind that, but I'll keep that for another day because it can get pretty intense. But a little bit about me. I come from a track and field background. I started when I was 7 years old and I stopped running at 22 years old. Everything kind of stopped. My whole life kind of changed suddenly. And I kind of just, went with the flow. And I'm not going to say I went with the flow because I would not be 110% honest. I took my walk. We'll say that. Well, I did the walk, the faith walk, and this is where I'm at now. So really, I mean, anybody who's an athlete, you can generally understand like the life of an athlete, what that lifestyle is like. A lot of discipline, a lot of other life experiences that are missed. And then once you walk away from that lifestyle, you have to learn how to step into, civilian life, as we call it. People who haven't had like such a serious athletic career or serious athletic experience, or, even if it wasn't that competitive, it is like night and day though once you stop training at the capacity that you do. So like this past 10 years has really been me navigating a life that is not surrounded by competition, and more so learning how to love myself through just training, learning how to integrate into different types of communities, and just learning myself, another version of myself. So that's who I am. Okay. I think. I hope that sounds good.
It did sound good. So do you miss it?
No. Not at all. No, because it was such, I think because I started so young, my identity got wrapped in that. And so now I've truly enjoyed learning who I am outside of athletics. And for I think for girls it's a little bit different because, and girls, we we compare, but competition isn't as welcomed in a more feminine environment as it is in like a masculine space. So I've been around guys most of my life. Even with training, like I trained so hard, a lot of the stuff that I had to do was with the guys, you know?
Mm.
So now that I'm no longer in a competitive space, it's been nice to kind of like, chip away at that hardness of always having to be the best or always being in a space where like, I want to win all the time.
Mhm.
And to just really settle into like that feminine aspect of being healthy. Like I think that's to me, if you ask me, I think the highest level of femininity you can be at is your most healthy self. So it's just been fun to take that journey. Really, do I miss training to compete or perform? No, not at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you talked about, I guess, being a woman in that masculine space. Like, are you, since I'm not part of that world, but I can somewhat correlate with that, being a female in the military, and that's a very male dominant space, very racial dominant space, and I get it. So why do you think that you guys are looked upon like that?
Um, because I feel like, well, I don't want to say from my opinion, but from my
You don't have
experience,
to say it. For sure.
most sports are male dominant. It's cute when the girls do it, but it's better when the guys do it.
Mm,
So even with that dynamic, most of the coaches that I've had were males. So you get to a certain point, especially if you're winning, you're beating all the girls. The next level is go run with the boys, go do with the boys,
mm.
go beat the boys, so you get to that level, and then now you have this mentality of I'm not good unless I can keep up with the boys, with the guys. And that's a different power dynamic, right? And that's not received in a more feminine space because you're not around masculinity. It's feminine. Even like what women deem as valuable is different, and it's something that I've definitely had to learn for sure. It's
Wow.
definitely, yeah.
I would have never, I never would have felt like it got that deep. That's
Oh,
crazy.
girl, it's psychological. It definitely does take a toll on you. So anytime I'm in a space where I feel like I feel competition, I tend to back away. Like I'll be the weakest person in the room if I gotta be, if it means saving that little bit of piece that I've worked for. You know what I mean? Like I don't even like to be in spaces where it triggers the competitive side of me. I'll watch sports all day. But if you try to like get me to physically be competitive,
But I
I
can't.
become a damsel immediately. I'm like, no, thank you. I need help.
I am
Yes, help. I
great.
don't care. I do not care. You got it.
No
Because
hope.
I've been that girl. I've been the girl who was the strongest in the room. I was the girl who could do the most push ups, the most pull ups. I was the girl with the six packs. I had shoulders out the hair, couldn't wear anything cute. I've done
Mm,
it, and it's not a bad space. I'm not saying it's not beautiful. It's just I've done it.
yeah.
So,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Well, thank you for that insight. So now we are in the space of you being an ultimate personal trainer. Tell us about
Mhm.
that journey.
Okay, so I became a personal trainer once I realized that I was not going to be able to complete the degree that I wanted for school. And really, that came with me understanding what life was going to be after college because I wasn't exiting college the way I wanted to.
Mhm,
And so I knew I was going to have to come home.
mhm,
I wasn't in state at the time. And I was coming home for multiple reasons.
mhm.
I won't go into detail about that because I'll be talking all day. But usually I have a rule before I
Mhm.
make any major decision. It has to be more than I can count on one hand.
Okay.
So if it's more than five reasons, then I need to pivot from that. So it was one of those situations, and so I knew I was gonna have to come home to Pittsburgh, and I wasn't ready to, but I
Oh.
said, you know what? Because I had gone to a HBCU, and that goes back to just how I was raised, and I wasn't raised in a Black community,
Mhm.
so that was one of the reasons why I decided to go to a HBCU. So when I came home, I said, you know what? When I come back to Pittsburgh, I'm not doing anything. I won't do anything else but work in the Black community. I don't care what it is. I want to work in a Black community. So I created this plan, and that was one of the goals on it. But also I was like, uh, I know I've done enough school to where I know I can use these skills.
Mhm.
But and it's funny because in high school, I used to see people, lean into personal training, and I would be like, who just likes to work out like that? Like, I'm like, who works out and you're not competing for anything. And I never wanted to be like the bodybuilder type of girls or anything like that. But I'm like, what is the whole point of training without, performance? And so I would be like, that's the corniest job in the world. But I found myself, at the end of a rope to where I'm like, okay, I have these skills and I have an extensive amount of knowledge, but I don't have enough knowledge to do what I want to do. So, what is the next best thing?
Mhm.
And personal training was on the table. Um, so I had enough schooling to where I didn't have enough for my degree, but I had enough to where it was extensive in the personal training world. Like I have, because there's different types of personal trainers. I have a background in sports recovery.
Mhm.
I have a background in sport athletic training.
Mhm.
Um, I know Olympic lifting.
Mhm.
I know not necessarily powerlifting because those are different. Um, but I'm pretty well versed in most training styles, and so it was a no brainer. Really, I knew that I would excel. It was more so finding my identity in that space. I knew I was going to have more of a hard time with. So these past like 5 years, because before that I was coaching and I was coaching track. So I was training people, and I would meet up at the gym with like different people's like moms and things, and I would take them through my workouts, and they would be like, this is crazy, girl. And so I was at first, I'm like, I don't even want to do this because people can't even work out like me. So I was just in my head when I first started, and I tried to talk myself out of it. And then one day I was doing this job, and I did the job for about 3 years, and I saved up enough money to quit my job and do like a part-time, version of what I was already doing. And I
Mhm.
was like, I'm gonna just go for it. I'm gonna just become a trainer. And a good friend of mine, she decided to be my first client, and I
Oh.
would meet her up at the Shinley Oval,
Mhm.
and I would just work her out. And she was like, well, you definitely know what you're doing. And she's been a really big support system, moving forward. But yeah, like most of my personal training journey has really, I describe it as a joyride.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because it's really been me learning like who I am in this space. Not necessarily me learning like the knowledge, because I went to school for it. But more so like learning like what do I represent, like who is my niche crowd, who am I speaking to, who do I want to pull in, like how do I want to encourage people with my language, how do I want to show people my consistency, like, and how do I want my body to look as well. Like I
Right.
didn't even mention like I'm vegan too, so
Okay.
that all of that goes into building a brand. So that's really what the past 5 years have been, is just me learning who I want to surround myself with and how I want to cement myself in this space. So,
Okay. Well, shoot, that's a damn story right there. Well, you like a good story. No, but that's awesome. It's good that you found exactly who you are. You found your identity, and
mhm,
I think that's what a lot of people need to sit down and look at and even reevaluate, because I myself had to when I rebranded, I had to reevaluate my identity and make sure that
mhm,
it's not one I'm making up, but one that
right,
aligns with me and that says that this is me. Like,
right,
and then all my past experiences up to now, you know, all of it. it plays a part in creating my identity. Got
Mhm.
to upgrade it because we get older, we transition, and
Right.
get into new positions and things like that. So yeah, that's awesome. I think it's awesome
Mhm.
that you were able to get that opportunity to go in it for yourself, and even with a part time, because I 100,000 trillion billion percent believe in having a little part something while you're on this journey.
Yes. Just a
Especially
little cushion. A little cushion.
exactly. I don't care if you're a
Mhm.
motherfucker barista. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just a little something.
You need a little something. Side hustles are important. I think I'm gonna
Right.
put that on a t-shirt.
I
So
love that actually.
right,
That eats a little bit. I like that.
coming soon. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so now let's talk about your programs that you are offering right now, just so everybody knows, because I have like a nationwide audience. We're talking about what's going on in
Mm.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I'm pretty sure Chelsea said if the price is right, she'll come and train you. You know what I'm saying? She said if
Yes.
the price is right, she'll be right there. First
You
thing.
know what? Yes. If the price is right. Because if there's anything I'm learning is how lucrative the business can be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it doesn't matter who you are, what experience you have, what knowledge you have to get your reps in. Just like if
The
you were
reps,
working out,
put that on
yes, like what you have to get your training sessions in because you have to get in a rhythm of coaching. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a whole different thing. Um, so I had to do that. But now what I'm working on, I am wrapping up a free 10-week boot camp. This is officially the end of my second year of running this, and this is something that I want to continue throughout my career. No matter what pivot I do, I always want to be able to set aside a certain amount of volunteer hours,
Mm-hmm.
because that is me giving back, glory to God. That's my
Yeah.
service. That's what I do. That's how I praise,
Yeah.
so I'll always offer some type of free service. So I'm wrapping that up. This year was very different with that. This was kind of seeing, I didn't market it the same way I did last year. Last year was more female focused. This year I wanted to open it up to see who wanted to, because I'm looking for my people. I kind of send out an APB to see, hey, where can you be used in my space, because I'm getting ready to go into a larger field. Like I'm getting ready to do some partnerships and things like that. So I wanted to make sure that I had people who were sound and, in my corner to hold me up when I step into larger platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up, I will be opening up my books for small group training, and then I'll be launching private training. And most people ask for private training, but if I'm being frank, Uh, private training takes so much out of you, and
Mm-hmm.
it's such an intimate experience that I have to make sure that I'm being compensated for the amount of work
No,
that I'm
for
doing.
sure.
So
I
I wanted to make sure
mean,
that I did my research
mm-hmm.
and that my cup was full first before I went to opening up my books to more than 5 clients,
Mm.
because I've seen in the past that consistently, if you have 5 people willing to pay you what you're worth,
Mm-hmm.
you're set. But God is blessing me with a little bit more, so I just want to make sure that I'm fully ready for that, because when this is like, it's like death row, girl. You get the right client, they stay with you for years. It's like, so, and it can be hard because I'm
Right.
giving. So, and these people, they love on me back, but it's still, at the end of the day, I'm the anchor.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm preparing myself to open up private trainings. I am launching a social wellness group.
Okay.
So what that is basically an event, space, like not an event, not a physical space, but a networking group.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, it will consist of different types of events. So it could be anywhere from hiking to happy hours.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, what I'm working on now, and you are invited to this, but it is invite
Y'all
only. It
heard
will
that?
be,
I got my
yes, it will
invite.
be a networking slash birthday party slash
Woo.
fashion show.
Yay! right.
And I'll go into detail about that if you want to talk about that.
I mean, we can talk about that.
Because
The floor is yours.
I don't know if I want to give everybody my ideas, but it's something that's been on my heart, and I've been really scared to do it because I love fashion, but I tried to be a fashion, I tried to walk in a fashion show, and I was like, oh, this is a real sport that that I don't have the capacity for, because it's a mental game too. You have to be ready. You have to be on it, and it's quick. It's like, woo. So I learned that wasn't my ministry, but
Mhm.
I do love fashion, and eventually I want to, make content in regards to that. But I wanted to open up a space because once I do get my business flowing and I get my clients and everything, and I create that community,
Mhm.
we're doing this work and we're churning, but we need a goal. I would love a stage to where people can show the results.
Mhm.
So that's what that event's going to be. That's coming up soon. My birthday's in January. It's going to be around January, February, based on, how things roll out. I'm looking for sponsors because I ain't trying to pay for that.
No.
But that's the next thing that's happening. And then I'm rolling out a tour, a boot camp tour
What?
around the city. um, I'm going to try to do free events,
Mhm.
and I'll just see how that goes. But I'm looking for partners, and I'm talking about like any space that hosts wellness events. Anywhere where I can host a boot camp this summer, I want to do it. I want to get, a whole Pittsburgh tour of Bodycon by Chelcy. That's the goal.
Okay.
That's
It
what I'm working on this year.
sounds like you're going to need a event coordinator,
Hey,
and
hey.
more to follow.
Thanks,
Um,
Mom.
but- so yeah, so you're finishing up with the boot camp, and that's
Yeah.
going well. You got your few clients, and that's going well, and all that good stuff. So
Mhm.
now, I mean, just let everybody know how they can reach you. Of course, I'm gonna put it down in the description bar below. But how can someone reach Miss Chelsea?
So you can find me on LinkedIn under my name, Chelcy Douthett. Same thing on Instagram. My Instagram name is Bodycon by Chelcy, but if you just type in my first and last name, I'll pop up. You can
Mhm.
find me on Facebook too, but Facebook is slowly coming to an end. I love the community there, but Facebook.
A lot of people are leaving Facebook.
I'm
Yeah,
not going to leave it. I'm not going to, deactivate.
you just gonna go.
But it just is it's just not the best platform to communicate on. We'll say that.
You know,
Yeah.
I
So
I get it.
Instagram, LinkedIn, follow me. My website will be up soon. Yeah.
And we can't wait for that. I'm looking forwad to the party though. And,
Yes. Oh yes, girl. It's gonna be fun. It's a nice little concept, and I've been telling people about it. So there's gonna be 3 looks, 3 categories. So we'll
mhm.
talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk.
Yeah.
So
I'm
now,
excited.
okay, I am too. I am too.
Mm,
Now, before I let you go,
mm.
you are subject to the lightning round.
Okay.
So this is what I was trying to do in the studio. So I
Okay.
got it together. So are you ready?
Yes. Oh, period.
So we're gonna get you started. Are you ready?
Yes. Wait, what's the directions?
Just answer
Ooh.
questions.
Okay, athlete grind or wellness flow? Ooh, athlete grind. Sorry. Boot camp or
Boot
yoga
camp or
stretch? Boot
yoga?
camp.
Solo workout with
Solo.
group energy. Strength trainer or
Oh,
cardio?
strength training.
Okay. Smoothie or protein?
Smoothie.
Sunrise workout or late night?
Sunrise.
Sunrise. Teacher
Teacher
class or
class
hosting
or
network?
hosting. Ooh, networking.
Slide.
Sneakers.
Recovery or massage?
Recovery day. Ooh, massage. I
Growth
didn't
or
see the third
comfort?
one.
Mm.
Growth. Ooh,
Oh,
I ate that, I think. I think I ate that a little bit. Okay. I
you
love
did.
that.
You did. And I appreciate you. You did good.
Yeah,
You
if
did.
anything, that just told me how set in my ways I am. Because I knew everything you was. As soon as I seen it, I'm like, you don't even got the eggs for real. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to open up myself. That's one thing I will say I could be better at is being um not so stuck in my ways. I'm an athlete, so now everything is about making myself comfortable, and being good to myself. Whereas like I had a lifetime of pushing and and grinding and everything else. And I'm like, girl, just relax. Just don't. You don't gotta do that. What are you working for? What are you working out hard for? But
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
ebbs and flows. It ebbs and flows.
It does. Well, either way it goes, I am proud of you. The
Thank
Million
you.
Dollar Society is proud of you. And yeah, so make sure you guys hit her up. If you're in the Pittsburgh area, please go ahead and get connected with her now before she's a little bit unreachable. I don't have that problem, but you might. So
Email
thank
me.
you so much. You can email her. So thank
Email Coach
you.
Chelcy at Gmail.
CoachChelcy@gmail.com. She
Yes.
studied, folks. So thank you so much, Chelsea, for being a part of today's episode of Boss Talk. Everybody else, if you would like to sponsor this episode, if you are looking to be on the next episode, make sure you reach me using all the information down below in the description bar. Know that I love you. God loves you more. And I will see you on the next episode. Yay, Chelsea!
Step inside the fire glow. Watch your seeds begin to grow.